Okay, so get ready, because today we're going deep on something pretty interesting.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
deep dive time.
That's right, a deep dive. And we're tackling articulation, specifically the power of writing.
Ooh, that's a big one.
It is. And
Okay.
we're going to be looking at this clip from Jordan Peterson where he makes this really kind of wild claim.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, well, he basically says that writing skills are like having serious weapons.
Whoa, hold on. What does he mean by that?
Well, he really emphasizes how crucial they are for success.
Okay, that makes a little more sense, I guess. But why writing specifically?
Well, that's the fascinating part.
Yeah.
He ties writing directly to thinking.
Really?
Yeah. He suggests that writing isn't just about putting words down. It's about forcing yourself to get your thoughts organized.
So, like, writing is thinking itself.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
thinking on paper. And when you can think clearly,
Things start to happen.
yeah, you're able to make things happen.
It's true. When you think about it, good communication is key in so many areas.
Mm.
Like, imagine you're trying to negotiate a business deal. You have to be able to articulate your points clearly.
Right. Or what about explaining complex scientific concepts?
Precisely.
Mm.
Even in our personal relationships, being able to express ourselves well can make all the difference.
He even goes as far as comparing writing skills to giving students actual weapons.
What?
Yeah, no kidding. He says, here's your sword, here's your M16, here's your bulletproof vest.
Okay, now that sounds a little dramatic.
It does.
But maybe there's a deeper meaning there.
I think so too, because it really drives home the point of how important these skills are.
It's like he's saying that in the battle of ideas, in the real world, you need to be armed and ready.
And your weapon is your ability to communicate effectively.
I like that.
Then he brings up this really interesting example of a pencil factory.
A pencil factory.
Yeah, imagine you have all the resources you could possibly need for this factory,
Okay, the machines, the materials, everything.
but you can't articulate your vision for the factory.
Oh, so you can't explain what you're trying to build.
Or persuade others to join your team.
So you're just stuck.
You've got all these parts, but you can't actually create anything meaningful.
That's a powerful analogy.
It really highlights that it's not just about having the resources, it's about knowing how to use them.
And that comes down to communication.
Right. And Peterson also makes this really interesting observation about successful people.
Okay, tell me more.
He says that they tend to be really good at structuring arguments,
That makes sense.
and they can anticipate objections,
Right.
and they're able to break down weak points.
Skills that you often develop through writing.
Exactly.
It's like they're constantly refining their thinking and their ability to communicate it.
So I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Have you ever been really convinced by someone's argument? Or the opposite? Have you ever struggled to get your point across?
Oh, all the time. I think we all have.
And how much do you think their or your ability to communicate played a role in that?
Probably a huge role, I'd say.
It really makes you realize how important clear communication is.
For sure. It's fundamental to pretty much everything we do.
And Peterson actually seems pretty frustrated that the education system doesn't explicitly teach students this power of writing.
Yeah, I get that. It's like we're thrown into this world where these skills are essential.
But we're not always given the tools to develop them.
He even uses the word conspiracy at one point.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
But I do think there's sometimes a lack of focus on these vital communication skills.
So what can we do about it?
Well, I think we need to be proactive. Seek out resources, mentors, courses, anything that can help us hone these skills.
It's not enough to just wait for them to be handed to us.
Exactly.
Really?
We need to take responsibility for our own development.
So to wrap things up, it seems like the key takeaway here is that developing strong writing and communication skills is crucial.
Couldn't agree more. It's like having a superpower that allows you to make a real impact.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much knowledge or how many ideas you have if you can't communicate them effectively.
Absolutely. And as you go about your day, I encourage you to pay attention to how people communicate around you.
Good idea.
Notice what makes someone's arguments convincing and what makes them fall flat.
You can learn a lot just from observing.
You really can. It's like a free masterclass in communication happening all around us.
So keep your eyes and ears open and never underestimate the power of well-crafted words.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's our deep dive for today.
Until next time.
See ya.